We're live inside the cavernous Lone Depot Park in Miami. We've got an NL East contest tonight between the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and D-Row will see a highly anticipated Major League debut in this one of the elite prospects in the game.
Yeah, this is a special day for the entire sport when you really think about it. Certainly special for the kid in this organization. But I'll tell you, when a prospect of his caliber graduates to the big league level, the baseball world stops and takes notice. I know it's just one game. They're going to put a lot of focus on his performance here today, and probably really doesn't mean that much, but it would be awesome to see him come out and put on a show for us.
Sandy Alcantara gets the call for game one of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
Leading off tonight for Washington, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
And now the first pitch. Trey Turner stands in as he looks at a called strike. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
One ball. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Can't ask for better conditions. 83 degrees here at first pitch tonight. The 1-2 pitch. And that misses 2-2. Fastball is outside. It's full now. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
But right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Matty, this offense really needs some improvement from Kyle Schwarber. You know how bad he was last month? He hit 200 on the nose. Not a lot of guys can stay in the lineup when they're struggling this bad, so we're hoping to see that he can figure this thing out soon.
Victor Robles digging in now. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. He'll come into this one with an average way down at 235. 9 homers and 54 runs batted in. Counts even at 1-1 to Victor Robles.
1-0.
The 1-1 home. Just starting things out here in South Florida. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Stepping up is Juan Soto. First shot for him here, and with the season winding down, he's closing in on a league batting title.
Not only does this guy hit for high average, D-Row, he can also get on base in the top 3 in the league in on-base percentage.
Yeah, he's an aggressive at-bat, Dan. You got to work to get this guy out. He's a pitcher's nightmare. Not always looking to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
And meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
So here is Kyle Schwarber as we check out how he did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
The count now at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Now a swing as he stays alive as this is fouled back right off the catcher's arm.
Hey, I know that's the first time he's shown the changeup here, but we're in the first inning. He's kind of emptying the bucket. He's going to see what he can go to get these guys out in front later in this game.
Another try at 2-2.
The count is full.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Another payoff pitch, and it's fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Soto, the runner at first with 2 gone. Back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Boy, what looked like a quick inning gets the first 2 out, then a hit by pitch and a single to keep things going.
Yeah, you never know what's going to start a rally. Take one for the boys. Hit by pitch right there. Now a couple good ABs and we're on the board.
Josh Bell the next to hit. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. 258 the average to begin play. 17 home runs and 73 driven in. He's set. The 0-1. Oh, and a look what I found out there on the mound. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. Nats leave a pair. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Max Scherzer will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low 3s, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Jazz Chisholm is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. So guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they got beat up on the homestand. Losing record in front of the home crowd, never good. But I always used to say that sometimes it's good to get on the road. Remove yourself, get out to a restaurant, see a different city, shower it off, and try and fight in front of some hostile fans.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
1-2.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first down.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
To the plate now, Jose Devers. As he'll take a look at ball one. His path to the big leagues wasn't the most direct, but you have to give him a whole lot of credit for getting here. He has a chance to make an impression on the higher-ups here in September and earn a more permanent spot on this roster next year.
And he's done exactly that. And I'm sure he's had to prove himself to himself at moments, had to look in the mirror and decide, is this what I want to do with the rest of my life, grinding it out on the buses in the minor leagues? But it all comes to fruition now, stepping into the batter's box in the big leagues for the first time.
And it's 1-2.
1-2.
One out, nobody on. He pops it up. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And it takes strike three called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away. So he comes up empty in his first major league at-bat.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you can put the ball in play your first big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
So now to the plate, Jesus Aguilar. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He'll come in here at 263, 27 homers, and 74 RBIs. One and one now the count to the Marlins first baseman.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, this guy has proven he can make some athletic plays in the field, and he takes a decent route to the baseball here, but I'm not sure anybody is going to bring this one in. Ends up out of his reach and bangs up off the wall.
In is Jorge Soler. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Aguilar stands at second with 2 gone. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
If you're going to have any chance against a good pitcher, you got to find yourself in some great counts, and he certainly worked himself into a nice 2-0 count right here.
2-0 count, the pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
And this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now and blew that fastball right by him.
The set and the 2-1. And he goes down to get the fastball as this is hit well onto deep left center field. And he is going to ride this one right out of here. Home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. Number 35 now on the season. And the Marlins have taken a 2-0 lead.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Standing in now, Brian Anderson.
The third baseman.
And
Brian
Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike one. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with his side retired. But 2 in the inning for the Marlins. Striding in now for the Nats, Starlin Castro. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss on the sinker, a ball and a strike. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
Now here's the pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Down the third baseline. He's got it. On to first, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And let's take a look at Brian Anderson. This guy, when I see him out there on the field, I think of one thing. He's a ball player. Offers versatility for his manager. Outfield, little third base. He was fighting for the 2018 Rookie of the Year.
Josh Harrison stands in as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Alcantara has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting in, the catcher, Alex Avila.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah,
One
Matty,
ball,
you see the same
2
pitch
strikes.
3 times in a row, and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A swing and a miss and a sinker. A strikeout retires the side. Inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail things here 2-0. Now into the box, Garrett Cooper. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball one.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. Scherzer, a right-hander standing 6'3". He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off. 3-1. Scherzer into the windup. Here's his offering.
3-2.
Drive, and that's a base hit into center field. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 8 games. Man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Jorge Alfaro is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Past battles with Scherzer, he's got 3 base hits in 24 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
John Birdie comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. 249 the average coming in. 5 homers and 16 RBIs. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Cooper, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Popped up. Castro calls for it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Sandy Alcantara.
Stepping in next, Sandy Alcantara. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And that's too high, ball 2.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
A runner on first with 2 away.
Yeah.
2-1.
I got 2-1 the count.
Lazy fly ball out to center field. Castro onto the grass. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Boy, Dewar, you're talking about frustrating as a pitcher. You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
Jazz Chisholm is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. There's a belt high strike to even the count at 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Clearly enjoying their time here at the ballpark. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up one of the better hitting pitchers in Max Scherzer. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
The 2-1 home. High in the air out toward shallow right. Cooper is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out. So with 1 away, time for a check of our current division standings, and you can see these guys trail by 4 games in the division race entering play today. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trey Turner. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some 4-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
And it's quickly 0-2. Turner, a 27-year-old. He was selected in the first round during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The 1-2. Grounded to the right. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
I don't know what side of the fence I fall on, boys. Old school, new school. I think I kind of stand right along that fence. But one thing that gets me jacked up is watching guys grind down an account and drive base hits the other way.
First things first, here's a throw over. And a dive, but he's back. Into the box now, Victor Robles. In there, now the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And he misses with it, 1-1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Robles hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. And that will end up a foul ball.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Turner, the runner at second with 1 away. Got him on a good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Here now is Juan Soto as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw over to Aguilar at first to take care of him to end the inning. Nationals lead 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Now to the plate, here is Jose Devers as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike. Scherzer looks in, coming at him with the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Good pitch, and I think he locked him up, but he wasn't rewarded for it this time.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Up next is Marlin. The first baseman, Jesus Aguilar.
1 out, bases empty. And up next will be the power-hitting first baseman, Big Jesus Aguilar. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Ball.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
1 and 2.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone, trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
In now, Jorge Soler. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I wonder if that homer rattled him a little bit. He's certainly a little bit more cautious against him this time around.
3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs, and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Up next from Miami, Brian Anderson struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
0-1 the count. From the stretch. Behind 0-2 now.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Oh, and 2, here it is. Soler is off at first with 2 away. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Marlins lead 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. All set for the start of the 4th. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch on the way. At the knees, strike 1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
One and one to Schwarber.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
The 1-1 home. He is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. The 2-2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
The 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. And there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
So now here is Starlin Castro. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. Nationals gone in order. They're down 2-0. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Leading up,
Bottom of the inning now. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Garrett Cooper. Scherzer gets the sign. First pitch on its way. And that misses inside. 1-0. In there, 1-1. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Now back. The catcher.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
Stepping in now, Jorge Alfaro. As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Schwarber is right there, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 5, John Birdie.
Up next, John Birdie. He's set. Here it comes. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Here's Scherzer now 1-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. Cooper leads off first with 1 away. Fouled away. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box, Sandy Alcantara. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair. Slowed him down, sped him up, slowed him down. Let's see where he's going now.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a liner. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Hey, nice job all around right there. He's able to get a head start, full count, 2 outs. You know he's going right there. Batter didn't come out of his zone, no. Drove a nice single into the outfield. Now we got runners on first and third.
At the plate now, Jazz Chisholm, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hey. 1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. I'll straighten him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Fouled off. And it's fouled away. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. High in the air down the right field line. Robles waits on it. And the inning is over. Marlins strand a pair, but they're on top 2-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And standing in is the veteran 3rd baseman, Josh Harrison. Now here's the first offering. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now here's the pitch.
Ball, that's down.
Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, he loses them there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
Next, here is Alex Avila looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. He's set, and the pitch.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, now might be a good time to make a visit to the mound. Your pitcher walks the first batter and allows him to get into scoring position with the wild pitch. Got to settle him down and make sure everything's all right physically.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. A runner at second, nobody out. Softly hit to short. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, the pitcher, Max Scherzer.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Max Scherzer, flew out last time up. First pitch on its way. Ball 1, taken just off the inside. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Harrison leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Again, another foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. There's the ball low. He misses with a changeup.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Another full count pitch home. Line, but speared on a hop on to first, and there were 2 down.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
So a man at third here with 2 gone, and in the bat is Trey Turner. Now here's the signal from the dugout, so he'll take first here on the intentional walk, and that makes runners at the corners with 2 away.
Up next for the Nationals.
Now it'll be Victor Robles. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to South Florida. Ready now for the Marlins, Jose Devers. He's still hitless in the majors after 2 at-bats. No doubt he'd like to turn that 0 batting average into a .333 here.
Yeah, I know it's his first game, but after 2 at-bats, he should be able to slow himself down a little bit. I expect him to have a nice AB right here.
Turner, stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
So next to bat will be Jesus Aguilar. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And a high strike there. It's 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. Fly ball heading for the alley. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on 1 right now.
Yeah, you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. To the plate now, Jorge Soler. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. set with the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. This one's flared off to the right side. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third. So they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Third baseman, Brian.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
So now to the plate, Brian Anderson. Bouncer to the left side. A tag for one. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Now back.
Digging in will be Garrett Cooper. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
That's a ball.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Count, the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and this is kicked out there by Castro. Throw to the plate. And he'll be tagged out heading toward the plate. And with that, the inning is over. Marlins strand a pair, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Juan Soto to the plate now. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with eyes, something. Catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on, start some traffic in motion, we might have something.
1-0.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And he misses again. 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
And right into the shift. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So the shutout's still intact here in the 6th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that these guys are, as we speak, 4th in the NL in that category. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. And that's a setup pitch right there. 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Left side, but well foul. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
Now here's the pitch. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The first baseman, number 19, Josh Bell.
So next to hit is Josh Bell, grounded out in his last at bat. Now the first pitch.
Nope. Outside. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
2-0 count. The pitch. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail things here 2-0. Sterling Sharp enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 26, Sterling Sharp.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
The catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Now here's the first offering.
Nope, that's the ball. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0.
Aye.
Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Hard hit ball to short. Turner gloves it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. And with 1 away, we show you a look at where these guys sit in the current division race, and basically they're left with no hope. And stepping in, John Birdie. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. And now the first pitch. This is line to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Miguel Rojas will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. From the stretch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here comes the 1-0. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside, using the slide step to try to control the running game.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Into the box now, Jazz Chisholm. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike two, swinging.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. So stepping in is Jose Devers, 0 for 3 on the day so far. He doesn't seem to have the idea on the major league pitching thing yet, but he could turn his day around with a hit here.
Oh, there's definitely some diamonds that fall through the cracks, and this is obviously one of them. You root for guys like this, late-round draft picks that have had to work so hard to get here.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
Two and one now.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Three and one to the Marlins middle infielder.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3 and 1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
Got him to go after the change there, and that'll run things full 3 and 2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Jose Devers has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Standing in now, Jesus Aguilar. As he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Not a good at-bat from him so far. He's got the bases loaded out there, but he's been way too aggressive, chasing the first 2 pitches way out of the zone. He should be sitting pretty right now instead of being down 0-2 in the count.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. Relay to Bell. The double play. And that's how the inning ends. So 1 run here on 3 hits. 1 error in the inning. Anthony Bender is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 8, Anthony Bender.
Here's Starlin Castro. Just bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. The pitch. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
This one's flared toward left center. Devers is under it, 1 away.
The third baseman, number 5, Josh Harrison.
Now at the plate, Josh Harrison. It was a walk in his last trip. First offering on its way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Grounder down the line at third, and that's through for a hit.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle. He's been struggling. The season hasn't gone according to plan, but he's staying pot committed and grinded out a nice knock.
In now, Alex Avila as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. No hits to this point. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
I got to count 1-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Harrison stands at first with 1 out. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. From the stretch. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
And another foul ball. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors on the Washington line score. Hit out towards second. To second for 1. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Time to get up and stretch here in Miami. The Marlins lead this one 3-0. So now with It'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jorge Soler. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First delivery to him. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
2 strikes.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Robles is on his horse. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Now the pitch. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Garrett Cooper.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Now here's the first offering.
Nope.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's
Count
taken for
1-0.
ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Hey!
Fly ball out toward left center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They lead it. Richard Blyer has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 35, Richard Blyer.
Jonathan Walton is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Walton.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 3 homers and 15 RBIs. Behind 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Pops this one up. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
The bat, number 7, Trey Turner.
A speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time.
They'll have to kind of come after him this time. No good reason for walking him right here.
A bouncer to the left side. And there's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 16, Victor Robles.
So now into the box is Victor Robles. Lifetime in this matchup. He's 2 for 3. First pitch of the AB now. No balls and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. They trail it here 3-0. Austin Voth is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 50, Austin Voth.
Now at the plate is Jorge Alfaro, and he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. And now the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
Harrison's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The center fielder, number 5, John Verdi.
Now to bat, John Verdi. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. First pitch on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Now the Nats are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard ground ball to third. Gloved by Harrison. And that's the second out. Isan Diaz will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Pinch hitting for the Marlins. Number 1, Isan Diaz.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Lifetime against this particular arm. He's 1 for 2. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it. 0-2.
Hey, find a way right here. 2 outs. This guy has come in throwing full.
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Nothing doing here this half. Dylan Floro comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
36, Dylan.
Set to start the 9th in this one, and standing in the outfielder, Juan Soto.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
Ball 1.
And there's ball 1.
1-1.
Grounded to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself. 1 gone here in the 9th.
The center fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
So next will be the 4-hole for the Nationals. Kyle Schwarber. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. swing and a softly hit ground ball. Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Stepping in now, Josh Bell. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 0 for 7. Hit out towards second. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over. And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. The Miami Marlins jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Sandy Alcantara records his 14th winning decision of the season, permitting only 2 hits in 6 complete innings. Dylan Flora records the save, 19th of the campaign. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
For the Nationals, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely. Inside the show, here's your host, Justin Allegri.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the visiting Nats 3-0. They now have 5 straight wins. As of today, the Marlins are in 3rd place in the NL East. They're 3.5 games back, while the Nationals are at the bottom of the division, 11 games out of 1st. The Phillies hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Orioles 7-5. In the standings, the Phillies sit in 1st place in the National League East Division, 1 game ahead of 2nd. And the Orioles are in 3rd place in the AL East, 14.5 out of 1st. The Braves combined for a 4-hitter as they got a road win against Arizona 5-0. Entering the day's action, the Diamondbacks are in 4th place in the NL West. They're over 20 games out of 1st. And the Braves are in 2nd place in the NL East, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the National League wildcard. The Reds snapped their 5-game losing streak as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-3. At the start of the day, the Reds sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, 20 games out of 1st. And the Pirates are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The St. Louis Cardinals got 12 hits in this one as they stomped the Brewers 10-4. As of right now, the Brewers sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, 11.5 games out of 1st, while the Cardinals are 3rd in the division, 12.5 games back. The Blue Jays launched 3 home runs as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 6-3. As of today, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. And the Blue Jays are 4th in the division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. Brett Gardner was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs as the Yankees disposed of the Rangers 6-2. Heading into the day, the Yankees sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race, while the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Tribe allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they dethroned the Royals 6-0. At the start of the day, the Indians are in 3rd place in the AL Central, 12.5 games back, while the Royals are 2nd in the division, 12 games behind 1st place. The Chicago White Sox got 18 hits as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 11-5. Entering the day's action, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. And the White Sox are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The Houston Astros pounded out 17 hits in this one as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 10-4. As of today, the Angels sit in second place in the American League West, 11 games out of first. And the Astros are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The A's starting pitcher, number 32, earned win number 7 this season as Oakland took down the Mariners 9-2. Heading into the day, the A's sit in third place in the American League West division. They're 15 games back, while the Mariners are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.